we're gonna do another piece of PragerU content. And I know we just did a bunch of PragerU content, but we're gonna do the Christopher Columbus story content. That's what we're gonna do. Because, boy howdy, one of my favorite shows that they put together is their child-oriented story times. By the way, chat, did you know that PragerU has a 9/11 picture book for kids? I didn't until today. They made a picture book on about 9/11. It's so bad. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Can we color in George Bush absolutely fumbling the balls? Yeah, well, look, I'm sure while it doesn't have, it wasn't intended as a coloring book, I'm sure you can use some crayons to draw in George Bush melting the steel beams, pre-melting them. Oh my gosh, it's so loud. Why is it so loud? Okay, just as a reminder, last time we did one of these, they sent small children back to ancient Athens, and let me tell you guys, you don't want to be a small child in ancient Athens, okay? It doesn't end well for you.
Welcome to Otto's Tales. As a dad, I am so glad that PragerU is making shows and books for kids. Today, we're going to read a story about how PragerU's favorite bulldog, Otto, traveled more than 500 years back in time with his best friend, Dennis. Together, they meet someone very, very...
Oh yeah, no, this guy is like a brainlet, like fascist, like fasci light kind of guy. I hesitate to like ascribe any coherent ideology to Michael Knowles, mostly because he's very, very, very dumb. But yeah, the stuff he talks about is pretty fasci adjacent.
Very special. Want to know who it is? Let's find out in Otto's Tales. Today is Columbus Day. Rough, rough. Today is Columbus Day. What an exciting day it's been. We pretended to be explorers and travel the world. Dennis pulled out a suitcase. "This can be our time machine," he said. "Hop in. We're going on another big adventure." With my stumpy tail wagging, I jumped in Dennis's lap. Zoom! "Let's go exploring, Otto. And don't forget the map." We landed in Spain in 1492. Christopher Columbus was about to sail the ocean blue. "I'm a Christopher,"
Wait.
he said. "Nice to meet you." "We're Dennis and Otto. How do you do?" "My father was a wool weaver in Genoa, Italy. But I've sailed to Iceland, Ireland, and Africa. My home is at sea." He continued. "I'm going to be like
Michael Knowles is an actor. I'm a Christopher. This is my ship, the Santa Maria. Here's my first mate, Mario, and his brother, Luigi.
Marco Polo and travel the world." Christopher pulled out a map, which he carefully unfurled. He came up with a plan to sail across the Atlantic. This was no small journey. Its goal was quite gigantic. He said, "I'm going to sail to India by heading to the west." Dennis asked, "How can you be sure that route really is the best?" "I have a compass and quadrant, which I will use every day. These tools will help guide me so I won't lose my way." For his voyage, he could find no eager sponsors. They feared he'd get lost or devoured by sea monsters. King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella finally agreed. They gave me 3 small ships, for which I'm grateful indeed. Dennis replied, "That's a nice gift from the King and Queen of Spain." Columbus said, "It's not just a gift. They have much to gain." We watched the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria set sail. I said to Dennis, I hope Columbus's voyage does not fail. Then zoom! We were on Columbus's ship, going for a ride. We zoomed so fast, I almost fell off the side. 3 weeks into his journey, Columbus...
Wait. That little boy and that dog were on that ship for 3 weeks? We zoomed so fast that I was stuck at sea for 3 weeks with a bunch of sailors slowly getting scurvy.
Columbus was far from completing. His crew began to grumble and lose hope of succeeding. Columbus, fearless and rather quite confident, helped the men stay the course toward the Asian continent. After 10 long weeks, Columbus finally spotted land. I was so happy, I jumped out and kissed the sand. But this was not India.
Wait, he time traveled to be... So he spent 10 weeks on the Santa Maria?
This was a different place, and there were natives here who were of a different race. The settlers and natives got along quite a lot, but also had trouble with each other, and sometimes they fought. Dennis and I wandered around, enjoying the warm sun.
Wait. Yeah, and sometimes they fought, like verbally. Don't look too much into it, kids. Don't look into the fact that Columbus enslaved these people and murdered them and would cut off their hands if they didn't provide enough gold. And also that he literally gave their children to his soldiers to rape. And also don't look into any of that, okay? Don't look into that. Everything was fine. This little kid wandered around. He was totally cool. It was just a little rape. Yeah, everything was fine. Definitely don't look into the fact that, a couple decades after Columbus arrived on Hispaniola, the population that had been 300,000 was around 500, somewhere in there. Don't ignore the fact that he literally did a genocide to these people. That's later in the story.
I love exploring, Dennis said. This is so much fun. Columbus established a settlement and brought back many treasures. This would open new trade routes and many more endeavors.
Yeah, where did he get that gold, okay? He got that gold by slicing off the hands of 100,000 natives.
The king and queen were as happy as could be. We want to send you on more voyages, not just 2, but 3.
Wait, the king and queen later stripped him of all of his titles because of what a monster he was.
3. The news of Columbus's discovery traveled very fast. People wanted to see this new world with opportunities so vast. This would eventually lead to a wondrous new creation, the United States of America, a mighty, great nation. We said goodbye to Columbus, our new explorer friend. We were learning so much, I didn't want it to end. We jumped in our suitcase, even though I was hesitant, and zoom, went to 1937 to meet the U.S. president. Hurry, Otto!
Why?
Otto, shouted Dennis. There's no time to delay. President Franklin Roosevelt has something important to say. We ran a long way as fast as we could. We didn't want to miss it. This was going to be good. From this day forward, we heard the president say, this day in October shall be called Columbus Day. Then we jumped in our suitcase and once again, zoom. We zoomed back to Dennis's room. That was my favorite adventure yet, I barked. You say that every time, Otto. Well, I never knew what an adventurous man Christopher Columbus was. That's right, said Dennis. His hard work and perseverance paid off, even though he never discovered a faster route to India like he wanted. But he found something even better, I barked. Is that why we celebrate Columbus Day?
He found something even better. A native population to exploit, and genocide, and enslave.
Dennis explained. We honor Columbus for his courage, for being the first person to connect the New World to the Old World of Europe, and for making America possible. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here, I said. You're right, Otto. Happy Columbus Day. Happy Columbus Day. Rough, rough. The end.
Yeah,
What
no one would have ever tried to sail around the world otherwise.
a great adventure. Not only because of the excitement of exploration, but because this story teaches us about courage and perseverance.
Michael Knowles looks like he wants to put a bullet through his brain. Like, he looks so miserable. Look at this guy. He looks like he cries himself to sleep every night, or wishes that he could cry. Like he could remember what it feels like to feel anything, really.
Having courage and perseverance means that we don't give up, even when we're facing the unknown. Christopher Columbus didn't give up, and because of that, he discovered the New World, which later became America. And that's something we celebrate every year. I hope you enjoyed this book.
Dude, Christopher Columbus didn't even land on US soil, okay? He landed in the Caribbean. I think.
Check out more videos like this.
He does kind of look like a knockoff Ray Romano. I'm sorry, guys. I had to subject you to it. All right.